A warm welcome to you all. It's a lovely to have all you there. A very good morning to invited chief guests, professors, dignitaries, and my dear friends. I'm Shweta from the final year of BCom Corporate Secretaryship. Take this opportunity to welcome you all on the seminar of Angel Investment VC funding opportunity for early stage entrepreneurs, organized by the Department of Corporate Secretaryship in association with NGC IIC. Matthew 19:26 says, with man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. Now I would like to call Twinkle Limit to sing the prayer song. I request everyone to rise their feet.
Oh God, make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to his side. With love and strength for each new day. He will make a way. God will make a way. By the roadway in the wilderness, He will lead me. The rivers in the desert will I see. Heaven and earth will fade, but in heart will still remain. And He will do something new today. God will make a way. Oh, God will make a way where there seems to be no way. He works in ways we cannot see. He will make a way for me. He will be my guide. Hold me closely to His side. With love and strength for each new day, He will make a way. God will make a way.
Please be seated. Thank you, Twinkle. Each sunrise brings a new day filled with the new works for a new beginning. Now I call upon Arjun, first year from the Department of Corporate Secretaryship, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning to one and all present here. It gives me pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Shift 1. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome who graces this occasion with your presence. I would like to extend my warm greetings to our alumni of PCOM General, Chief Guest Mr. Anthony Kirbakaran, Founder and CEO, Nivan Deckers and Lilies Garden. We welcome you, sir. We also welcome our Secretary Reverend Father Matthew Palikunar in absentius for his constant support and guidance. Our Principal Dr. R. Srikanth, who encourages to do organize such an event. I also extend my heartfelt welcome. I also extend my heartfelt welcome to our Vice Principal, Dr. G. Gayatri. I welcome Professor S. Shanta, IQAC Coordinator, Ms. Lavanya Devi, Head Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Ms. Ann Hepzibah Niraja, IAC Convener, Ms. F. Felicit Benita, IAC Co-Convener, Ms. K. Subhashini, IAC Vice President, and my beloved teaching faculties. Last but not the least, I welcome my friends. Once again, I welcome you all for this wonderful session.
Thank you, Arjun, for your welcome. Next, I would like to invite our Honorable Principal, Dr. R. Srikanth, to facilitate the program.
Honorable Secretary Father in absentia, most distinguished and special guest of today's event, Mr. Anthony Prabhakaran, respected Vice Principals, IAC Convener, HODs, faculty members and my dear students, a very happy afternoon. Like I told in the previous meeting that we have a special guest. He is also a special guest who was seated on this side is now seated here. So we make it a point that to recognize our alumni who have grown and who have brought in laurels to the institution. So he is again a BCom 2010-13, correct? Yeah. So 10-13 batch BCom General student who was seated on this side is now sharing space with us. Time and again, we would like to highlight this, that our so many alumni have grown up and we are recognizing their presence, and we would also like to have you in the future years to come over here and share space with us. So that is the most important thing that I want to highlight, that it is an open invitation that in future years you are welcome to share space here. So that should serve as an inspiration and motivation for you all. So that is why we make it a point that we have our alumni here for almost majority of our events and functions to come and share their experience, expertise, and you would be understanding that they have grown big in their life after finishing their program. So what is in store for you? You should be deciding, right? So now let me come to the topic: angel investment and VC funding, that is venture capital funding. So as a startup, almost all the people will have great ideas but will not have any funds. So for want of funds, I will not be able to proceed further. So to fulfill this, that is the funds requirement, we have people who are called as angel investors or who are called as venture capitalists, who come and invest in your idea, in your startup, and make it grow. And of course, there are certain terms and conditions. That is all different. When you come to that, then you will be able to learn more. So you need to understand. So what is angel? There are two things: angel investment and venture capital funding. So let us break it up and let us understand it very clearly. I'll just give you an overview. Of course, the guest speaker is there who is going to give you in depth about that. But just my job is to give you an overview of what is angel investment and what is VC, so venture capitalist or venture capital funding. So angel investors, who are angel investors? They are high net worth individuals who have a lot of money. High net worth individuals means who have lot of money. So and who invest their own personal funds into the idea of others, because they may have money but they may not have all the ideas. You will have ideas, you will not have the money. So both of them connected, then it is a win-win situation. So as simple as it is. So you have your idea, you throw it up, you pitch it up, they will come and they will invest. So your idea, if it is of liking to them, if they see growth potential in your idea, they will come, they will invest, and you can both get into a joint agreement and you can proceed on. So when it is it is an idea, maybe a prototype or may not be a prototype, they come in at that point of time. Angel investors come in much early when you have just an idea. So that is what you need to understand. So what is venture capital? Venture capital or venture capitalists. So venture capital on the other hand is a form of private equity. So when they come after the angel investor, so that is followed. So angel investor comes in at the early stage, venture capitalists come at a later stage. That is what you need to understand. So they also come and they also have high net worth potential. They may be single individuals or they may be companies also. Unlike angel investors who are single individuals, venture capital can be also from the company, as a setup. So that is what you need to understand. That is the basic difference between angel investor and venture capital. So when the startup is scaling up, they come and they infuse more funds into your business. So that is why they are called as venture capitalists. So definitely India is witnessing large amount of growth in terms of the startups. So there is a huge potential, and all of you must be using Ola, is it not? Ola? So it's not anything new. All of you should be having an Ola app, and you should have used quite a few times in your journey. Okay, so Rahan Yar Khan. Rahan Yar Khan. You need to understand that Ola in its early days, Rahan Yar Khan is an angel investor who invested in Ola. Are you able to understand? So, every startup, every idea requires funding. And all the idea, you have the idea, you will not have the funding, I already told you. So, you need to be understanding it very clearly. So, Rahan Yar Khan invested in the Ola startup when it was in the idea stage, when it was just a small startup trying to come up based on the Uber idea, Uber platform. So Ola was there and it was coming up. So all of you know Car Deco. Car Deco. Information about used cars as well as new cars. So cardeco.com. So if you do not know, I am not promoting anything. If you do not know, you just go and check it out. So cardeco.com. So they wanted to give information about both the used car segment as well as the new car segment. So if I want to know what is the price of a particular variant of the car on road in Chennai, on road in Ahmedabad, or on road wherever it is. So if I just click cardeco.com, I will be able to get it within few seconds. What is the on-road price? Because ex-showroom price all of us will be knowing. So on-road price, I need to know. Cardeco gives in. If I want to buy a second-hand, that is the used car, Cardeco also facilitates. So they do some. Cars 24. You would have heard of Spinny and other things. So Cardeco is also much prior to Spinny and other things. Cardeco is already there. But they don't do it like this. They are mostly online. So that is what you need to understand. So it is an online platform for buying and also selling. If you have a car and you want to trade it, you want to sell your car, so then also you can do it. So selling as well as buying is possible in Cardeco. So you need to understand. So in the early stages, Cardeco was also on an online platform, and it also received what is called as the venture capital funding. In what it is today, it has grown big today because of the venture capital funding it received. So we have a lot of live examples in terms of angel investors as well as venture capital funding. So these are some of the examples that I told you. In fact, Flipkart, I think many of us would have bought many times on Flipkart. So Flipkart is another great example of VC funding, venture capital funding. You need to understand that. Of course, it is now acquired by Walmart. It has grown big. That is all a different story. But when it started as an idea and pitched the idea, the owners pitched the idea, it also received venture capital funding in 2007. Okay, so you need to understand that a lot of examples are there in terms of what is the topic today: angel investment and venture capital funding. Okay, so you need to, and of course, all of you would have heard about Byju's, is it not? Byju's is another great example for this angel investment and rather venture capital funding. So VC funding, Byju's also received quite a huge amount of venture capital funding once it started to flourish, and then only it grew big. So it had roped in Shah Rukh Khan also to promote their brand, so brand ambassador. Now, of course, it is now in trouble. That's a different story because of their wrongdoings. But you need to understand that at the start, people saw potential. It was a growth. Venture capital funding was there, and they had taken a different turn now, and they are now in deep trouble. So we will not get into that. So I want you to. Our topic is only on angel investment and venture capital funding. So let us not talk about the downfall of Byju's or the trouble. So So on a different note, we will be talking about these aspects. So you need to understand that there are online platforms also for angel investments and venture capital funding. So Angel List India. So if you do not know, sir, I have an idea, but I do not know who is the angel investor. How do I contact a venture capital, or how do I contact a angel investor? Sir, how do I know? I have an idea, but I want to reach it out. So that is why it has now been facilitated. So Angel List India, you can log on and you can find out, and you can pitch in an idea, and somebody will be ready to support if they find your idea is interesting and there is potential growth. So that is what you need to understand. So always finance is not at all a constraint in today's context. You need to understand that. So Angel List India, Indian Angel Network. So there are so many things that you need to understand. It is easy for people like you, budding entrepreneurs who have an idea but who don't have money. Who have an idea but who don't have money, you can connect on these people and you can definitely get the funding if they find your idea is worthy enough in investing, and if they feel that it is a potential idea for growth and development. So, in conclusion, both the things, the angel investment and the venture capital, are necessary for the growth and sustainability of startups and entrepreneurs in India. And a lot of them are doing it, and India is boasting of more than 100 unicorns in startup. So that is worth more than $1 billion. That is what is called as unicorn. When you call it as a unicorn, unicorn is more than $1 billion. So more than 100. So if you think that India is not developing as fast, or India is not an advanced country, or Indians do not have money, then you are wrong. So there are more than 100 startups which are classified under unicorn. So you need to understand what is a unicorn and other things. So basically, when you come to this category of startup, entrepreneurship, angel investment, VC funding, all these things, you should also be aware of the terminology unicorn. In case you are not already aware, you should be aware about these things. Okay, so I hope now you have understood what is angel investment and venture capital funding. Of course, our expert will be dealing with it in a detailed manner. I have just given you sort of bird's eye view, so that when the discussions happen, you will be able to learn it better. And as I told you earlier, he is like a super senior. Feel free to interact with him, get to know more. Feel free that he is not anybody outsider, very much insider. He has come back again on a different note. So I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Anthony on behalf of the management, on behalf of the department, on all your behalf. And I also take this opportunity to appreciate and congratulate the Department of Corporate Secretaryship and IAC for organizing programs of this nature to highlight and enhance your knowledge, and wishing you all a very happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have a photo session with our resource person. So that I like to invite our resource person to take over the seats that are arranged in the front row. Thank you all for your sweet cooperation. Now I would like to invite Muskan from the final year to introduce our resource person, Mr. Anji Pudbakar.
Good morning, one and all passengers. Our esteemed dignitaries and distinguished chief guests, HODs, teaching faculties, and my beloved friends and students. It's my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this seminar on angel investment and venture capital. Opportunities available for earlier entrepreneurs. First and foremost, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest and our alumni, Mr. Anthony Kirvakaran from BCom General Department. Let's start the welcome gathering with a beautiful quote. Sunshine is a welcome thing, is a bring a lot of brightness. As our today's guest is brightness of our program. Mr. Anthony Kirbakaran, he is a founder of CEO of Nirandikar and Lily's Garden, who has graciously accepted our invitation and took the time of the day to be with us. Anthony Kirbakaran has completed his UG at Mark Rigorous College of Arts and Science. He is the visionary founder of Nirandikar, a leading event organizing company execution of high-profile events. He is an active member of event industry association. We welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Muskan, for your introduction. Now it's time to start our session. For that, I would like to call our chief guest, Mr. Anthony Kirbakaran, to take care of the session.
Good afternoon. Sound இல்லையே. ஓகே, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எனக்கு இந்த இடத்துல வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்ததுக்கு நம்மளோட ஸ்டாஃப் எல்லாருமே தேங்க்யூ. அண்ட் உங்களை பார்க்கறது என்னோட தம்பி தங்கச்சிங்களை பார்த்து நல்லா எனக்கு என்னென்ன தெரிஞ்சதோ நான் கற்றுக்கிட்டணும். ஓகேங்களா, அதெல்லாம் உங்ககிட்ட ஷேர் பண்ண விரும்புகிறேன். அவங்க ப்ரீவியஸாக சொல்லும்போது இந்த சைடு உட்காந்துருந்தீங்க, இப்போ இங்கே உட்காருங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க பேசும்போது. நான் இங்கேயும் உட்காரல இங்கே இருந்துச்சு வெளில போயிடுவேன். ஓகேவா, ஸோ மேக்ஸிமம் லாஸ்டோ இல்லைன்னா வெளில போயிடுவேன். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். எல்லாருமே நம்ம பேசுறாங்க. ஓகேவா, எல்லாருமே கேட்குதாமா? ஓகே டன்மா. நம்ம கிட்ட முதல்ல பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணுவோமா? கரெக்டா, இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்லாம் போயிட்டோம். நம்ம முதல்ல பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணுவோமா, இல்லை இந்த காலேஜ் முடிச்சுட்டு எங்கேயாவது போயிட்டு வேலை செய்வோமா? அது முதல்ல நமக்கு தெரியணும்ல ஃபர்ஸ்ட். கரெக்டா, யாரோட அப்பா ஃபேமிலி பிஸ்னஸ்லாம் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? யாராவது பிஸ்னஸ் மேன் யாராவது இருக்கீங்களா? வீட்டில இருந்து ஃபேமிலி பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணி இருந்த கை தூக்குங்க. சும்மா கை தூக்குங்க, ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. யாரும் வீட்டுல எடுத்துக்கலாம் இல்லை, 100% யாரும் இல்லைல்ல. நம்ம ஃபேமிலி சித்தப்பா பண்றாரு, அப்பா பண்ணல. ஸோ ஃபேமிலி பிஸ்னஸா நமக்கு மேக்ஸிமம் யாருக்குமே கிடையாது. கரெக்டுங்களா, நம்மளே கஷ்டப்பட்டு காலேஜ் படிச்சு வீட்டுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். நம்ம எங்க பிஸ்னஸ் பண்றது? கரெக்டா, ஓப்பனா சொல்ல போனா எங்க அப்பா பெயிண்டர். ஓகேவா, எங்க அப்பா பெயிண்டர். ஓகே, காலேஜ் படிக்கும் போது எனக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த வீட்டுல காலேஜ் போகும்போது ஒரு 60 ரூபா கொடுப்பாங்க பஸ்ஸுக்கு. அதுமே நான் செலவு பண்ண மாட்டேன், 40 ரூபா அந்த மாதிரி தான் செலவாகும். ஓகேவா, ஸோ நம்ம சுச்சுவேஷனே நம்மளே ஒரு மிடில் கிளாஸ்ல இப்பதான் நம்ம ஃபேமிலி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டிகிரியோ செகண்ட் டிகிரியோ வீட்டில் அக்கா பசங்களோ அண்ணா பசங்களோ நம்ம அடுத்தது ஒரு டிகிரி வாங்கி ஏதோ ஒரு வேலைக்கு போகலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு வரோம். இவங்க ஏஞ்சல் இன்வெஸ்டர் வென்ச்சர் கேபிட்டல்லாம் நம்ம என்ன பண்றது? ஓகேவா, ஸோ எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் ரொம்ப டீட்டெயிலாக இல்லைனா கூட எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் நான் உங்களுக்கு கிளியராக என்ன பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லி கொடுக்குறேன். ஓகேங்களா, ஸோ இது எல்லாமே பண்ணலாம். இவங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி ஏஞ்சல் இன்வெஸ்டர் நம்ம கம்பெனிக்கு எடுத்துட்டு வர வைக்கவும் முடியும், நம்மளும் ஒரு கம்பெனி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணவும் முடியும். ஓகேவா, யாரும் சரி தம்பி நம்மளுக்கு செட்டே ஆகாது, நம்மளாம் இவங்க ஏதோ ஒன்று பேசிட்டு போறாங்க அப்படின்ற ஒரு இதே கிடையாது. நான் அதான் தான் சொன்னேன், இங்கேயும் உட்காந்து இங்கேயும் உட்காந்து நான் எங்கே நிச்சு வெளில போனேன். ஓகேவா, ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் அப்படின்னா இருக்கா, ஏதாவது ஐடியா இருக்கா? ஃபியூச்சர்ல கிட்ட பிஸ்னஸ் வைக்கணுமா? சரி, ஓகே, பிஸ்னஸ் பத்தி யாருக்கா ஐடியா இருக்காமா? நான் இப்படி பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு ஏதாவது இருக்கேன், எனக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு யாருக்கா ஐடியா இருக்கா? இல்ல, என்னன்னே தெரியாது நம்மளுக்கு. கரெக்ட். சரி, ஓகே, யாராவது ஒரு பிசினஸ் பேஜ் மாதிரி ஓபன் பண்ணி ஏதாவது யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? பண்ணது கிடையாது. ஓகேவா? சரி, ஓகே, ஃபைன். ஸோ இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் எல்லாமே யூஸ் பண்றீங்க, எல்லாமே உங்களோட போட்டோ வீடியோ, ஸோ அதுதான் யூஸ் பண்றீங்க. மேக்ஸிமம் நீங்க ஸ்க்ரால் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் வரும்ல, ஓகேவா? எல்லாருக்குமே அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் வரும். நானும் என் கம்பெனிக்கு அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருக்கேன். அதில் குறைஞ்சபட்சம் ஒரு மாதத்துக்கு ஒரு 40,000 ரூபா மினிமமா அந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்டுக்காக நான் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுவேன். ஓகேவா? ஸோ நம்ம என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு பொருளை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கிறோம் சொல்றது சார் சொல்றாரு, ஐடியா எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டு அவங்க கிட்ட கொடுத்தா யார் ஏஞ்சல் இன்வெஸ்டர்ஸ் வந்து இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. நம்மளுக்கு இன்னும் ஐடியாவே தெரியாது, நம்ம எப்படி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறது இல்லை. நம்மள அவங்க வேலைக்கு செஞ்சு பண்ணி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்டர்வியூ போனோம், வேலைக்கு போனோம். ஸோ அவ்வளோ ப்ராசஸ் இருக்கு. சி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சோர்சிங். ஓகேவா? முதல்ல எல்லாருமே பிசினஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஏதாவது ஐடியாவாக இருக்கா? நம்ம பிசினஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கா? ஓகே, சும்மா ஒரு கை மட்டும் தூங்குங்க. யாரெல்லாம் பிசினஸ் பண்ணலாம் ஐடியா இருக்கு அது மட்டும் தூங்குங்க. நான் பிசினஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்கு. பொறுமையாக தூக்காதீங்க, தோணுச்சுன்னா டக்குன்னு பண்ணிடணும். அதான் எப்பவுமே. சரி, ஓகேம்மா. மற்றவங்க ஏன் ஐடியா இல்லை? யாராவது ஒருத்தர் இருந்து சொல்லிடுங்க ஐடியா இல்லை, ஏன் ஐடியா இல்லைன்னு சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுமா, யாராவது ஒருத்தர் இருந்து சொல்லுங்க டக்குன்னு, எங்களுக்கு ஐடியா இல்லை ஏன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுங்க. எழுச்சிலாம் கேள்வி கேட்டீங்கன்னா நாங்கள் எப்படி சொல்லுவோம், அப்படி வந்துடுவா. ஏமா ஐடியா இல்லை? பணம் இல்லை, லாஸ் ஆயிடும். பிறந்த ஒண்ணு கீழே விழாம அப்படியே எழுந்து நின்ட்டோம், அப்படியே நடந்துட்டோம், அப்படியே ஓடிட்டோமா? தம்பி நான் தெளிவா